Hey everybody, my name is Natalie Duncan-Emmons. I wanted to thank you for listening to this episode of The Morning Show. I'm the creator, the producer, and the host of the show. We want you to check out our website. It's themorningshowwithnatalie.com. You can go to that website. You can see all about our sponsors, all about the show. You can even listen to live episodes while they're going on right there from the website. Another way to listen to the show live is go to Live 365. You can download that app and just search for The Morning Show. It's right there. Super easy. We want you to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you will. That way you can keep up with what's going on The Morning Show. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
My name is Natalie Duncan-Emmons. You are listening to The Morning Show, and it's Thursday morning. You know what we do every Thursday morning? We throw it back to one of those classic hits from the 80s or the 90s, and today, well, we've got about as big a hit as we could ever pick from those decades. It's a fantastic song. We're throwing it back to the great Here I Am. One little long slam, and here I am. And you won't believe who we've got on the phone today. It's the writer of that great legendary song right there, Miss Sylvia Green. Miss Sylvia, are you with us?
I am here, and I am excited to be with you folks today.
Well, we are too. I've been knowing about this for several days that you were going to be here, and I just couldn't stand it. If there ever was a great song, Miss Sylvia, this is it.
Well, I tell you what, I can definitely say the hand of God was on this song from the very beginning. Even back to the story of how it got recorded is just a miracle within itself. So I can do nothing but just give God praise.
Well, not only was it a number one song, it was Song of the Year in 1990 and then went on to be Song of the Decade for the whole decade of the 90s. That's just an exceptional feat right there. I mean, how many songs, how many writers can say something like that? Do you have time to tell us the story behind Here I Am?
I do, and I'm excited about it. I've never lost the excitement of telling this story because, as I said earlier, it is a miracle within itself. And I'll try to make it as short as I possibly can because it is does have a little bit of detail to it.
Well, we like details, and you've got our undivided attention.
Okay. Well, back before Kim and Dean Hopper got married, that's how far back we're going. I had left my family group. We had come off the road, and I left Alabama and moved to a place called La Plata, Maryland, which is about 30 minutes from the Beltway of Washington, D.C. So that was a long way from Alabama. Well, this didn't work out. I was only there about 8 months, I guess. So when I came back home, I was very discouraged. I was like, my singing's not working, my songwriting is not working. I wasn't getting very many cuts, and I was a very discouraged young lady. And during the time I was in La Plata, I had met a DJ there named Mr. Reggie Brand. Reggie happened to be wonderful friends with the Hoppers. Reggie would call me and he would say, Sylvia, God is not through with you. And I would say, Reggie, I think he is. I was just that convinced, okay, it was short-lived, it's over, it's done with, And he would say, you need to pitch your songs. And I would say, Reggie, I don't think there's any need to. I just don't think anybody's going to cut my songs. So Reggie took it upon himself, and when he went to Kim and Dean Hopper's wedding, he took the demo on a, can you believe, cassette tape.
Yeah, I remember. That's the good old days.
I know, cassette tape, and he took it to the wedding with him. Afterwards, he was in the home of Claude and Connie, hanging around, just chatting. And as Reggie tells it, over ham and cheese sandwiches. Wow. They were saying, you know what, Reggie, we're about to record a project, and we need one more song. And Reggie said, I just happen to have one. And he handed the cassette tape to them, and a couple of months later, I got a phone call in my home, and he said, this is Claude Hopper. I just wanted you to know we have just cut Here I Am. And he said, we have had a shouting time in the studio.
Wow.
So I've always said, a lot of times you read in the Bible, it says, this person must needs go by such and such, or Jesus must needs go by such and such way. And I said, now I can look back and see why I moved from Alabama
Yeah.
to La Plata, Maryland, even though it was only 8 months. Had that not happened, I wouldn't have met Reggie. Reggie wouldn't have taken the song, and it possibly would not have gotten recorded. So I just want to encourage anyone listening right now, maybe your life isn't making sense right now, but keep praying, keep trusting in the Lord, because maybe he has a path that you don't even know about, and he's working right now on your behalf.
Well, there's a lot of us needed to hear that this morning, Miss Sylvia. Some of us feel like we're still in Maryland.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it won't be long. It won't be long, and God's going to get us where he's taking us. And until then, we'll just enjoy the ride, do the best
That's
we can.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just try to share Jesus. Well, if anything has ever shared Jesus, this song right here does. And it's 2022. We at our church, we have sung Here I Am. So,
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. We gathered around the piano, sung it as a special, and had to spell ourselves.
Well,
So
I love
after all
that.
these years, we're still singing it.
I love that. I love hearing stories like that.
We still love it. And before long, somebody will say, sing Here I Am, and we'll do it again. We'll do it
That's
again.
wonderful.
We'll never forget this. This song is just special, and I'm excited about playing it on the morning show. Here's that number one song, the song of the year, and the song of the decade for the 90s. Here it is, Here I Am.
On that resurrection morning, when the redeemed are gathering in, I'll be in that royal number when they call my name. When they all join in and sing hallelujah to the King, I'll cry with a joyful sound, Lord, here I am. Here I am. Here I am. I'm the one the shepherd left the fold and found. There were 99, but he left the fold to find one little lost lamb, and here I
When old Gabriel blows the trumpet and we rise up in the air, in less time than a split second, we'll be changed from here to there, where there'll be no grief or pain. Perfect peace and joy shall reign. Home at last I shall proclaim, Lord, here I am. Here I am. Here I am. I'm the one the shepherd left the fold and found. There were 99, but he left the fold to find one little lost lamb, and here I am. There were 99, but he left the fold to find one little lost lamb. He was searching for one little lost lamb. He found that one little lost lamb, and here I am.
Well, there's that great, great, great song, Here I Am. And I don't know how much time you've got, Miss Sylvia, but if you've got just a minute or two, it's Throwback Thursday. We're throwing it back. We're talking about the good old days, talking about classics. And something that stands out in my mind for many, many years that you were associated with is the Brady's. You were a part of that great group, the Brady's, for, I know, over 25 years. Y'all
You're
were,
right.
in full-time ministry, I believe, or at least very active ministry.
Yes.
It was Alan Brady, Keith Brady, and then you, Miss Sylvia.
That's right.
Tell us just a little bit about having a good time on the road with the Bradys.
Being with the Bradys, I always said I only had sisters. I never had brothers. And I always said being on the road with the Brady boys was like having brothers for sure. I learned what that was all about. But,
I wondered for a long time if that really was your brother. I thought it really was a family.
A lot of people thought that because there's just a certain thing about family harmony that families seem to have, and we did have that gelled together like family harmony, and I think it was because we were just together for so long. Maybe, I don't know, because we did feel like family,
Yeah, and you felt that connection when you guys were up there singing. There was a strong connection, and it just seemed like you were a family. The album, we're going way back. I believe this is 91. I could be wrong, but it's the album that where y'all recorded Here I Am. There's a song on that album from many, many years ago that features you that I always loved, and it is called King of It All. Do you remember that?
I do remember that song. And here's something else you may or may not remember about the King of It All. The Perrys recorded that also back when, what was her name? Last name was Helton, Denise. Denise was with them. And Denise was featured on that song.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Sylvia, and I remember, her and Libby were both real short. And so you had to go to the
right.
That was back when they were God's little people. But I don't remember that song. I'll have to look. That'll be an interesting something to look up.
Yeah.
But
you can actually see it also on YouTube. If you search it with Denise, you can also see it on YouTube. She did a great job.
I'm going to look it up. But this morning we're going to play it by the Brady's. And we're going to celebrate Sylvia Green this morning because you've just had such an influence and an impact on Southern gospel music. And we sure would have missed a lot had you not contributed, your whole a lifetime that you contributed to gospel music, and we appreciate you, and we honor you today.
Well, thank you so much. You do not know how that makes my heart feel after all these years. So thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very deserving, and we appreciate you being on the morning show.
Hey, listen, I have loved it. I enjoy it so much, and thank you for having me, and maybe we can do it again sometime.
We'll plan on it. You got a friend right here. Ending this segment with the Brady's, Miss Sylvia Green featured King of It All.
Could I take just a second to tell you of heaven, land of splendor, with treasures untold? It's a place of peace where every tear shall cease, one safe in its fold, no more dying forever in that home of the soul, where my eyes shall behold jasper walls, streets of gold, loved ones gathered in that royal banquet hall, and in the midst of it all, on my knees I shall fall. I'll bow to worship the King of those days of splendor